Hello, and welcome to Moscato and Tea. This is the show for all things beauty, business, and community with your hosts, Inez and Chiquita, keeping it raw, real, and unfiltered.
Now we're back. Going to do some more hot topics. So make sure you got your water.
I got my water.
Should we call a doctor just to be on the safe side? Because I don't know what's going to happen with your boy.
Would you quit calling him my boy? You know damn well that man is not my boy.
Listen, he's your president.
He ain't my president.
Did you see his conference
No.
that he said he's not going to work with the Democrats anymore? They need to stop this. There is no cover up. There is no collusion. You know, we want to get back to work, infrastructure, and all this stuff. And he walked out on the meeting with Nancy Pelosi.
Oh, like always, throwing his temper tantrum.
You know, and it's just like he's done. He's over it. And I'm just like sitting back and just thinking to myself, what is going on? Like, this is our Congress right now. This is people. Oh, I didn't vote for him, but this is what people voted for. And it just blows my mind that it's constantly going on, and no one's being the grown up.
Girl, because again, this is about a bully who got, that is in control, throwing tantrums and doing his stuff because he can't bully people the way he wants to bully. That's all it is. And so when you call out a bully, what happens? The bully's like, and can't take the heat.
That's true.
When a bully never can take the heat. You know, right? As long as they can bully everybody, it's good. It's fine. But the minute you start charging or you pull up your pants and start going after the bully yourself, then all of a sudden shit changes.
Exactly.
And that's all it is.
Yeah.
He wanted everything that's going on. That's why I think it's kind of funny. Everything that is going on is the shit that he said he wanted to happen to Obama. That's all I'm going to say. Okay? All the shit that's going on is the shit that he said Obama was doing. Obama this.
That's true.
He out there spending money on golfing. Everything he said about Obama is the shit he's doing. The shit that they couldn't get Obama on, they can't get on him. So now he's mad.
Yeah.
Because now they're calling him out on this shit and saying, but you said this about Obama, but we seeing, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Hey, wait. That's not what it is.
That's true. Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. So we got a little boy who's an old-ass grown boy.
Yeah, very much so.
Who is just mad because, again, when you get caught with your hand in the cookie jar and you say you ain't got your hand in the cookie jar, you make up every damn excuse why your hand's in the cookie jar, but it really is, but you're saying it's not. So that's all that's going on. So to me, it's about, I'm over it.
Yeah.
I got to keep living my life and doing my shit because we got this man up here. Nothing is going to change or happen. He's going to do his 4 years. He's going to do the term.
You think he's going to do 2020? He's going to get reelected?
That I'm not sure about. But if we're not careful, he will get reelected.
So do you think they should do the impeachment?
They should have done that a long time ago because he did treason. No matter what anybody says, he did treason. But they're making it look like he didn't do treason. Yeah. He cohorted with Russia against our elections and did everything else. That's treason. But again, if it were Obama, that shit would have been that shit would have been already under. They would have took that fine ass Negro, locked his ass up. That's all I'm saying. But again, if the writing's on the wall, but nobody wants to see the writing on the wall. The same way they're calling out on him I'm the best businessman ever. They're pulling out all the bullshit, all the receipts. And now he's back. Well, here, there. So everybody who's voting for him and still vote for and still think he's amazing is what we call blinders.
Yeah. Well, have you seen some of the videos of the farmers who voted for him and now they're being interviewed and they're saying like they were deceived and how they feel bamboozled and how they're not going to vote for him again? He lied, and it's like,
you think? Are
you surprised?
That's
because of the stuff that's going on with China and tariffs.
And the tariffs, that's fucking up their shit. That's what I'm saying. People aren't really thinking about these things in the long term. Like now we're all paying higher prices for shit that now everybody's like, oh, well, bring jobs back to America. Okay, but are you as the owner willing to pay what it's going to take to pay to bring the jobs back to the U.S.? Our economics is in shitter. Jobs are in shit, even though they're like at a low.
Yeah.
At the end of this, maybe it might be that way, but homelessness is out of control.
It's really bad. Every time you drive around in L.A., someone,
LA, San Francisco, I mean, California itself, the homelessness is out of control.
Yeah.
But everywhere else, you go places, there's certain things. I mean, there's so much going on here, and now we're adding taxes. The wall, like people are still talking about the damn wall. I'm like, would you work? Who cares about a fucking wall?
Yeah, which is crazy, but no one's talking about all the kids that are dying in the U.S. patrol cages and all that stuff. Like it's been 6 kids that have died.
This is what I'm saying. Like, this is where I say we're media.
Yeah,
there is a control over after the 70s and the Vietnam War, where it was shown on TV and there was all kinds of stuff. People were really in an uproar to seeing what was that. That's how ended the Vietnam War.
Yeah.
Now as much as media, they want to say media is censored.
Yeah.
They're controlled by people who actually support who they want to support. And
yes.
the
Fox
media,
News.
Yeah, the media right now is supporting Trump. So they're not going to show the shit, the real stuff that's going on out there. Because I think if people really saw what's really going on, it would be like straight mutiny up in here.
Yeah.
So again, 2020, we'll see what the fuck. We'll see what he's going to see. Let's hope that, let's hope a lot of these people that said are voting for him. He's got the worker man. Y'all is tripping. The man never worked a day in his life. He doesn't have any idea what the struggle is.
None.
So you can't really expect someone who doesn't have never struggled to understand the struggle. You can't expect somebody who's never served for our country sit there and have the best interest in our military men and women. You can't.
They just passed another law for transgender people that something with homelessness, like they won't give them any support or something like that. And it's just like, are you crazy?
That's the craziest shit. This person,
they've already banned them from the war, like fighting in the army.
Exactly. I don't care. Woman, man, I don't care.
Yeah.
Whatever they want to be, that's their business. They went out there and they're fighting for our country, for us to have our freedom. And you're going to tell me they come back and they can't get the support?
None.
This is why I say the military is bullshit. This is why I said that all this stuff about we're standing up for our flag and all of that is bullshit.
Yeah.
Because the reality is we don't give a fuck about our military in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
The people who have control over this and helping our military don't do the job.
Nope.
That's why we have all these poor military women and men that come back, got PTSD, got all kinds of problems. They can't even get the right medical care. They can't do shit. I know. They can't get the stuff that they want. Yeah. But we're demanding for them to give their lives for a country that doesn't give a shit about them. And you're going to be mad at Colin Kaepernick because he took a kneel? Fuck, I'm taking 50 million kneels. I'm not putting my hand over, over someone where we're not taking care of our own. We don't give a fuck about our own.
None whatsoever.
No whatsoever. Melissa, thank you so much for your service. Like, you're putting your life on the line for me to be able to walk the streets.
Yeah, person don't know.
Be able, be in our safety, be in who we are, but then we want to sit there and say, well, you can't get the benefits that are rightly yours.
But then want to pass abortion laws.
Girl, that's another thing. Okay. I saw something on social media. Women, okay, here's the thing. They're trying to always control women. Yeah. The only reason they do that is because men are weak and hella weak, and they can't handle the strength of a woman. That's all that is to it. 1. 2, women, they're always putting the abortion and all birth control on women. But the reality is women are only fertile for a certain amount of time. Once you get your period to about once you go into menopause, right? So there's maybe like a 30-year, maybe kind of thing where you're fertile and you can give. And even after maybe from I would say maybe from 15 to about really 30, 35 is when your eggs are. After that, it goes into high risk. It got all kinds of things in menopause. Men are fertile from the time they balls drop to the day they die. So who should be in charge of controlling birth control and making sure they shit ain't all the ones.
Which is crazy because they're not giving them any type of responsibility. There's
absolutely
none. It's putting everything on the woman. And then you go to jail for like 99 years. They put the doctor in jail. And it's just like, what is happening?
We're going backwards, and we got these old
Handmaid's Tales.
But here, everybody says Handmaid's Tales. Everybody's saying that, and
it was a woman that signed it in law in Alabama, that governor.
So, okay, this is why I said,
and she like 90 something. Anyway.
That's what I said. She don't old care. Ass shriveled up, old ass mad woman who her man was fucking other chicks. Probably got some probably got some young chick pregnant.
Yeah. She mad getting
and
revenge.
She got mad because she couldn't hold it down with her man.
Yeah.
So now she want to blame the woman instead of blaming her man and saying, "Oh no, boo boo, let's nip that shit."
That's the old age situation.
That's what I'm saying. They're like, "Oh, these women." I go, no. These are bitter ass old women that somehow or other are in denial. Some shit went down with them, and so now they're mad at women. Something else, instead of being like, "Yo, wait a minute, time out." And these are the same women. These are the same men that sit there and say, "Well, if it's rape, you go ahead and go."
He said it's consensual rape or something like that. I think it was Missouri or somewhere.
So I want to be like, so let's take you and rape you and sodomize you and say it's consensual and see how you like it. How about that?
Yeah.
Then we could talk.
Yeah.
Then we could say something. Then I was like, oh, so you know what it feels like. So you just kind of said, if it's truly rape, your body can break it down and you can not deal with it or whatever. That's what I'm saying. We're talking about a bunch of old ass men that have no fucking clue.
None.
Well, a lot. Listen, this is why I should keep my mouth shut because.
The thing about it is, even when they have the kids, there's no education. That's
what I'm saying.
You're not giving them any child care. Even they have some kids aren't even graduating high school or college or whatever.
But you're forcing women to have these children. But then you take away child care. You take away food. Yeah. You take away all these things. But then you're saying, well, sorry, you can't. And it's so funny because somebody even put it down and says it's kind of funny how a zogite, the first conception, has more value than a human being's, a black man's life.
Yeah, I saw that. I
was like, you know what? That's
true.
So freaking true. A black or brown man's life. A thing that's not even...
I just saw the other day a 12-year-old in Sacramento was arrested because I guess he had someone buy something for him in the store, and it was on social media, of course, and it was 3 police officers. Allegedly, they had a bag over his head, and they were choking him. And I'm like, it's a 12-year-old,
But you mean to tell me I have to sit there and have I'd be like, well, what's the consequences for the men who got the girl pregnant? Because it takes 2.
Listen, and that's whole nother story which we've talked about because a lot of these guys. These pastors, these religious people are raping these kids.
Same ones that are having children outside, that are sexually molesting.
They're not going to jail.
They're doing all kinds of bullshit.
One was he's a good Christian or something like that. One judge let him go. He was saying he's a good Christian because he raped a 14-year-old girl, got her pregnant.
But then now that 14-year-old can't have an abortion and has to have that rapist baby. So now that child's life is forever impacted because now he knows he was conceived or she knows conceived at a rape.
Yeah.
And now that child has all kinds of issues, but we're not giving... I'm like, it's just this really weird, sick cycle.
But nothing about gun control.
Girl. I was going to say, we can tell women have abortions, but we can't ban guns. Interesting. But that's all that sick trying to keep their bloodline pure.
Listen, it's crazy.
Bloodline, so we're just going to molest and rape and we're going to keep these babies so we can... Okay.
It's insane.
But it's only...
You can't write this stuff. It literally just happened.
Yeah, that's why I say everything that happens on TV eventually happens in real life.
Yeah.
So Handmaid's Tale, we all better watch out. Shit, I'm about to be like, what can I take to make my shit shrivel up? Because I'm not...
Can't do it.
And you know what? I'm just going to have to be having a taser and start tasing men in the balls. Beep, beep, beep.
Then you'll go to jail. Hey. Even though you're protecting yourself, unless you're in Florida, then the ground law. So,
hey, at this point, I'm going to jail no matter what I do.
That's true.
I'm going to jail if I have abortion. I'm going to jail if I I'm defending myself over a rapist. I'm going to jail if I cross the street. I'm going to jail if I don't turn on my lights. I'm going to jail if I don't make a left turn.
Don't pay your taxes. You're going to jail. Like,
all we're ever going to do is go to jail. So, well, shit. If I'm going to go down, I might as well go down fighting.
We really are the orange is the new black. It's too much.
Too much. To the fact that it's kind of gotten to the point where I'm driving in LA and a cop gets behind me and I start stressing out.
Yeah, I did that one time.
I was last night, I was just coming home. A cop gets me, and I'm like, oh my God, are my headlights on? Are my backlights on? Is something off? Am I turning right? Am I going to? And I'm like, this is bananas. No, this is crazy that I have to fear driving and a cop behind me. Yeah. When I know I'm not doing anything wrong. Yeah. But I'm like, oh shit, like, oh God, do I turn off? Do I go in a parking lot? Do I wait till the craziest shit with all of this that's going on.
It happens.
It's
happened to me because you never know.
You never know. It's like, shit, are my backlights on? Is I got an older car? Is it on? Is my tickets right? Is my, my registration? Like, it's like you're going through 50 million things when they should never be like that.
We should not have to live like that.
Speaking of which, we were just talking about that I was telling you about in California. They're doing, they're trying to do an initiative and pass where it is, deadly force. That cops cannot use deadly force unless it is absolutely necessary. So they've done everything possible, and I believe it's the Deadly Force Bill AB 392. Okay. So it's saying that because they're saying so many black and brown people are being killed with no reason whatsoever. You put a hand up, they're shooting. Yeah. They're doing this. So now what they're doing is they're saying that police officers have to have do things correctly and have everything in line unless they feel that there's deadly force. They've done everything that they can or they know they have no choice. But even then, they still have to show proof of why they use deadly force.
That's good.
They can't just say, well, I feared for my life. Yeah. Well, how did you fear for your life?
Yeah.
What was it?
Yeah.
They have to, or like say, I told them hands down, I did this, I saw the gun. Yeah. I saw it, they can't just be like, oh my God, it was a black guy or a black woman. Yeah. And, and so.
Do they wear body cams?
I'm not sure. I gotta look into. I don't think they wear body cams right now, or they do any of that. That was like which is really good. And then there was this video that went viral where it was two white kids and a black kid, and they got pulled. Something happened, and then so they were doing something. I can't remember what it was, but the policeman attacked the black kid.
Of course,
but the two white kids. Now they attacked the black kid. They were grabbing him, and he's scared. Like he's like 13, 14. He's scared. So they're moving, and then you could hear him, "Don't fight, don't fight." Then the police officer literally takes the young man by his neck and pushes him down like literally I'm gonna do, and starts manhandling. But the white boy, his friend, and the little white girl went in on the cop, grabbed the cop, and was like, "Don't treat him like that." Doing this, the cop never touched them, but they went in and were defending his friend, fuck you, bro, don't do that. They're like, literally, leave him alone. Yeah, they were going in. So that's to show you that. I mean, it was right there in pure daylight. The white kids were literally attacking the police officer, and he's like, "If you don't put his back up, I'm going to arrest you. I'm going to arrest you," but had literally the little black boy who wasn't doing anything, like by the neck and like sitting there manhandling. So I'm hoping, that maybe this deadly force and whatever else is a way for to make cops stop and think, even though, the reality of how cops were started and all of that stuff, it goes back all the way to slave days and everything else. So, I mean, that still is the same mentality.
It's all just crazy. And, we are going to continue to talk about this topic because it's just too much right now, honestly. And, if we can just throw our,
I know,
keep the conversation going and
race relations.
Everything. I think whatever we can do, we need to do.
And the same way, I think they're trying to do things where, if you accuse or call the cops on black people for no reason, they're going to start going to jail and start. I mean, there's all kinds of things that we as a society need to deal with.
Yeah.
And it seems like we're in 2019.
Yeah.
And I feel like we're in like 1950s.
It's crazy. But I think like you say, it starts at the ballot box, and we just need to continue to vote people in, that actually are for the entire community, not just one set of standards and one set of
we're talking about
rules. It's for everybody.
It's for everybody.
Yeah. So once again, lady, it's been a pleasure.
Yep, like always. I thought I was pretty tame today.
That's debatable. But we will talk to you guys later, and we appreciate everyone for listening.
Thank you. So have a good one. We'll see you later. Girl, are you serious?
Yeah.
You're the worst.
Listen, I need to keep you on the time.
Thanks for listening. Take a little time to enjoy your brand of Moscato and tea with us every day. Subscribe, rate, and follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and MoscatoandTea.com.